Okay, this is Gigguk Spring Anime 2025 in a nutshell. For once, I am not watching 30 anime this season. I am watching like 15, which is much better. And oh, actually, I think I'm only watching like 12 or 13. So it's manageable. And so there may be videos or anime, sorry, on this list that I don't know about.
This spring is either going to go down in history as one of the most exciting seasons of anime in a long time, or
I
will be
was excited.
forgotten in the annals of time as the season of lost potential.
Yeah, no
Normally when you
longer.
look at the anime coming out, you see stuff like high-profile, critically acclaimed Shonen Jump adaptation, probably going to slap, sequel to another highly beloved anime.
I love
Yeah, this one's gonna
Apothecary
be popular.
Diaries.
Yet, this spring we are largely heading into the unknown. New anime originals from fresh and also decorated creators of the past, franchise reboots, spin-offs, new unproven IPs that could be a classic or die on a whimper. So screw the memes today because we've got a lot to get
The
through.
Gundam G-Quax is pretty good. Sorry, Guap? I do not know how to pronounce it. Oh, the Yuri band anime is pretty good too.
That's right, it's been one entire year since spring 2024. Oh, you already knew that? Well,
I love this anime. This is one I'm watching. Kowloon Generic Romance is so good.
Hi, Dad? I think I'm pregnant. In a move of pure disrespect, we have Kowloon Generic Romance, having
I
the
love
goal to
this
put
one.
generic in its title, giving a bad name to the shit we see
It is
every
not
season that
generic at
actually
all.
deserve
It
that
is not
title.
generic.
A romance series set in Hong Kong's infamous Kowloon walled city, capturing the era of 80s and 90s golden age so perfectly. While an angel from Evangelion is just floating above them, watching their every move, don't worry about it. Every single goddamn frame of this show oozes atmosphere, transporting you back to a time you yearn to relive again, even if you never even lived it in the first place. This series is
Same.
vibes.
I
Watching
want
this
to
gives you
visit.
the same feeling of listening to some random city pop playlist that YouTube recommended to you at 2 a.m. and getting nostalgic for an era you weren't even around for. We finally have a romance, not in high school, not with some immature kids. There's a sci-fi mystery aspect that leads me to believe there's more going on behind the
Yes,
scenes.
the
And you know
mystery
what?
is
This
so
isn't
good.
even the only anime of the season with immaculate vibes. Cause what could be more immaculate than the end of humanity itself? Damn, that got dark. Yes, it's another anime original coming from Cygames Pictures.
I'm so surprised. The first two are anime I've actually watched. So yes, Kowloon Generic Romance. I recommend for sure. There is a huge mystery going on. Also, there are gays, guys, and we love the gays. I don't care if they're problematic or not. Also, Apocalypse Hotel. I am also watching. And this one is one of those ones that's like, oh, here's a cute slice of life about robots. And then it gets dark every now and then.
And I think I've learned to have a soft spot for cheerful, comfy stories set in a desolate, post-apocalyptic world, because at this point, maybe the idea of the world coming to an end is more comfy than it seems. But also, there's just something about combining upbeat stories with this air of melancholy that I can't help but gravitate towards every time, like a moth flying towards my next existential flame. If, like me, you've been looking for a show that reignites those feelings you got from watching Girls' Last Tour, give this one a go.
This is the Nintendo
third
Switch
one I'm also
announcement.
watching.
We regret to inform you that there is only one Nintendo Switch 2 left, and it will be selling on a first-come, first-served basis. Thank you for your understanding.
We got just a handful of sequels this season, like more Windbreaker, a boys shows about boys being boys doing boy things like fighting, punching each other, forming manly brotherhoods with each other. Why are all the girls watching this? Shoshimin is continuing, Aharen along with Sentai Daishikaku. Hopefully this season can capture.
Why are these all shows I'm watching? Okay, so let's talk about the sequels very briefly. Windbreaker is surprisingly sweet, and yes, it is mostly women watching. Go Loser Ranger is really like I think getting into its really good arc right now. That's what I hear. Also, Kamiya Hiroshi is voicing a character this season, and I cannot wait for him to arrive. I have no idea like when that will happen. We're still in the first main arc, but I really can't wait. And Shoshimin is really good. Shoshimin is like a weird sort of mystery, like bizarro romance, and it has Hoka vibes, but I've never watched Hoka. That's just what I hear. Aheren-san though is my personal comfy favorite. It is about two autistic teens. They are so autistic, guys. And like they're like I think they spent the first season like getting to know each other, and now in the second season they are a couple because they got together as a couple in the first season, and their dynamic is still just as strange and cute as ever. Yeah, totally boy stuff.
Lies on its premise and not drag us through another 7 episodes of exams we don't care about. Fire Force is entering its final season. I never finished the first
finally,
one,
one
but
I'm
every
not
so
watching.
often I'll come across a clip that makes me want to pick it back up. But that's if the later seasons don't take me out of some of the insane action scenes it's capable of by shoving a boatload of Tamaki's ass in my face every time I'm just slightly immersed. And that's a big if. Oh my god, is that Sea-Dog VA? Oh my god, is that
This one's good.
Oh my god, is that Sea-Dog VA?
my.
This one just came out of nowhere. We got another remake of a classic manga from the creator of Detective Conan this time, which I'd never heard of before. But god damn if this didn't turn out to be
I
some of the
hear this
best
one is
animation on offer
good,
this
but I
season.
just don't have
Studio
time
Wit
for a
continues
really
to
old
prove they are
series.
just the master chef
I know
of
that the
everything they touch, 'cause this is on a
anime
whole
is
nother
new,
level
but
for
like
remakes of
the
old school anime, even with
series
some of the
story
great
itself
ones
is
we've
pretty
had
old.
recently. My Hero Academia is also here with a darker, grittier spin-off series that has so far impressed me as much as the mainline show. It's interesting to see a street-level perspective of the Hero Academia world, following characters who don't have flashy city-leveling powers still find a way to take down these supervillains.
Oh, that's kinda
You got your
cute.
friendly neighborhood Slider-Man, some idol wannabe whose quirk is to bounce. Crazy stuff. And the most powerful hero of all. Yes, there's the guy whose only quirk is the 2 massive balls he wakes up with every morning to take on these super
Oh my
villains
God.
without having any powers. It's only man's. So, did you
Witch
hear
Watch
about what's
is
going on?
cute.
Oh, really? I don't follow the news. So yeah, well, America.
Guys, watch Witch
tariffs. Yeah, on who? Canada and Mexico. Wait, I was wrong. It's every country. It's only 10% though. Minimum. But they're gonna wait 90 days.
What is
Except
happening?
China's getting a special tariff. It's 104%. Wait, no, that was a lie. It's 245%. It's always nice to see a light-hearted comedy be one of the most hyped-up series this season. Coming from the author of Sket Dance, we have Witch Watch. But
Witch Watch is
with
good.
Which watch do we watch Witch Watch with? I don't know where I'm going with this. Girl comes back from witch school and has to choose her familiar, a being that will permanently become her manslave, protecting her, serving her, listening to her every whim. If this was an isekai, we'd call this slavery in cursive, and she's chosen her childhood friend. But unfortunately for him, this is the person he's serving.
Lily Pichu is voicing her in English, but I actually am not watching.
Yep, she's one of those. This is the
I
type
actually
of
am
girl
not
who'd
watching
stare at
it.
a bottle of orange juice because it said concentrate. But it's the
In
chemistry
English,
between the two
because
leads
I
that makes
got
these
lazy.
opening episodes work
I will
so
one day.
well. For the 5 of you that still remember Aho Girl,
Yes, he
this
lifted
is that
truck
with
hood.
more magic and less domestic violence. Lazarus. If there was one show I was excited for
Lazarus.
before the season started, this one was my pick. It's some
I am
dystopian
watching this.
future where all of humanity has got addicted to some
Because it's
miracle
from the
drug
director
because
of
it's easily
Cowboy
accessible
Bebop?
and affordable with no apparent drawbacks except for one. That's revealed by the drug's creator, Dr. Skinner, that anyone who's taken the drug will die approximately 3 years after they first take it. The world falls into chaos, panic ensues, and the Dow Jones drops to the lowest it's ever been in years.
Oh my God.
Oh, you wacky sci-fi story.
これがアメリカンジョークです。
And so a ragtag team is formed to catch him in what looks to be an old-school action sci-fi. You got Shinichiro Watanabe, Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, one of the most goated directors this medium has seen, and you pair him with Chad Stahelski, John Wick's Chad Stahelski, for the action choreography with Studio Mappa.
The first
bringing their
episode
best,
is
and this
really
should be a
fun
recipe for
with all of
success.
the
Visually,
action.
it's absolutely top dollar. The music is bebop-esque with a modern twist. The world looks so vibrant and alive with an early 2000s vibe we haven't seen for so long. On paper and with the names behind it, this is a show I really, really want to like. But
Oh dear, the butt.
I don't know, guys. Something just feels off.
Well, we're here to save the world.
What are we? Some kind of Suicide Squad?
We're like the Avengers or something.
Oh shit, guys, I was bloody joking. The writing is trying so hard to be cool. Really hard. Maybe a bit too hard, because it sometimes reaches awkward sounding dialogue or even Marvel level
So
quips.
much
It
bites,
never quite
yes.
reaches the natural charm and chemistry when you watch something like Cowboy Bebop. I mean, just take the main character. He's like Spike. He can do everything that Spike does, except with more backflipping. He can fight like Spike with more backflipping. He can run like
He does
Spike with
backflip a
more
lot.
backflipping. Motherfucker graduated from the Leon Kennedy School of Necessary Backflipping.
He just flew away. bird that was let out of its cage.
Did the bird do a flip on the way out? I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt now because it's still doing so many.
Okay,
other
I'll
things
do my
at
best to give you
once.
another
It's early
equation,
days,
Cappy.
So we'll know soon if it'll fall flat on its face or will it fly away like a bird, backflipping out of its cage. On this episode of What in the Actual Goon, an anime where a girl can loop back in time every time she takes off her underwear. Now, I'm no stranger to anime logic. I can get behind degeneracy.
I am not
can
watching
get
this one
behind wacky
because
concepts,
it
but you're
looks
telling me a silent
way
classroom
too-
full of people is not going to notice a guy standing up in eye shot of everyone and walking over to the most popular girl in class only to get on his knees and play around with her underwear while she violently moans. Motherfucker, I couldn't get a coffee in class without getting a snarky comment from the teacher. Meanwhile, bro is up there putting his foot halfway up the stairway to heaven and not a single person is pointing this out. Hey, Gigguk, it's just a dumb ecchi show. Why are you overthinking this? No, this is still a story based on rules we have to abide by. I can't suspend my disbelief to this. My dick would never forgive me again. We may be degenerates. We may watch shows that appeal to the lowest common denominator, but that doesn't mean we can't goon with standard. Wait, hold on. Crunchyroll actually have the uncensored version on their site? Okay, hold on a second.
Here's your bill. $4.16, pervert.
$4.16. Pervert! What are you calling pervert?
It's written on the bill.
You know what? Forget degenerates, isekai,
They're so
or
confused.
fantasy
Don't
fans. You know
worry
who's
about it.
eating
Don't worry
real
about
good
it.
this season? Slice of life fans. We got Yuru Camp except they become fat fucks because this food looks delicious. There's Yuru Camp funded by the Yamanashi Prefecture coming from the author of... Oh, there's some anime girl who finds an expensive hobby traveling around Japan in what I can assume is the most elaborate tax write-off for the mangaka making it. Wait a minute, this is just Abroad in Japan, adorable blue-haired anime girl edition. A ninja and an assassin under one roof. For a deadpan ayaya comedy, this somehow has way better animation than most traditional action shows this season.
Oh,
You know, this spring we
I'm
just have
surprised.
so much to pick from, and yet even out of all these, there is one anime that I think has more potential above all others. And it isn't even technically an anime. To Be Hero X is the
Oh,
latest
yeah.
high-profile series coming from
So I
China,
keep
and
hearing
holy hell, did
about
they come
this
here
one,
to play.
and
It's been a while
it's
since
on
I've
my
been so
list,
genuinely
but I haven't
awestruck at the
started it yet,
production
'cause I
values of an
started it late.
animated series. Okay, that's actually a lie. Since Arcane recently shattered that bar before
Here
it,
it's good.
but I did not think it would be so soon till I saw something that could even compete. And To Be Hero X is getting pretty damn close. We got China's
Maybe
version
I'll
of
catch up
Tiger
to
and
it
Bunny
tomorrow.
with a world of hyper-commercialized superheroes. Yes, as you can tell, this looks very similar to Arcane to the point where I had to double check it wasn't by the same studio. But they are just completely flexing by switching up styles on a whim with multiple
Ooh.
animation studios
I like
working
when
on
shows
this,
do
giving
that.
potential for some of the coolest animated sequences I've seen in a very long time. 3D, 2D,
If they do it
all
well.
of it blends together in a way that hasn't been attempted since...
Oh no, no!
ever. This could be as much of a stylistic choice as it is a narrative one, and if the trailers are of any indication, there's even more switch-ups to come. This is not an anthology of stories, this feels like an anthology of animation, and a celebration of everything kick-ass. No, this isn't technically an anime, but as an anime fan, nothing is getting me more pumped this season than To Be Hero X.
Oh, this one. I am watching this one. They're gay, Your Honor.
Hey yo, watching the crack? Okay guys, remember last time when I freaked out trying to convince you guys that idol anime and band anime are totally different things? Well, I think I finally realized the massive difference that makes these two genres totally unique. You see, I like this music. It feels like we've entered a new era of band anime since there seems to be at least one great one coming out every season, and this one looks to be joining the best of them. Music aside, what could be more fun than a bunch of uppity prep school Joe-summers politely speaking to each other in uppercase before shredding on the guitar and getting really concerningly wet while doing so as a sign of their totally platonic friendship. No horror.
Totally
This
platonic.
was just a bloody fun show, and I don't know how they could make it any better. Oh! There's a bird! And she's flying out of the cage! Oh my god, when's she gonna do a backflip? I don't know what bloody horse Uma Musume fans sacrificed to the gacha gods, but this franchise has now somehow become one of the must-watch sports anime. For those unaware, you come in thinking of watching
I
a cash
love-
grab or some gacha game adaptation, and then they will drop a scene like this. Cygames is one of the few companies that have used their exorbitant gacha earnings for good, with their studio pumping out the
Speechless.
highest quality adaptations for all their IPs, while also funding exciting anime originals like Apocalypse Hotel. Congratulations, Uma Musume players. You are no longer filthy gacha gamers
Uma
like the rest
Musume
of us.
is
Be
crazy,
proud. You have
guys.
ascended to
Uma Musume is
investors.
such a crazy
Ah!
concept.
Ah! New season of Mushoku Tensei coming in! Wait, hold on a 2 second. 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 2 sec What the hell? The beginning after the end. Now, this is a webtoon anime with a story that I've been told rivals Mushoku Tensei's.
Ooh,
And,
a
well,
webtoon anime.
the only thing
I didn't know
coming close
that.
to an end is my hope that this is going to get a good adaptation. You know, I got a feel for
Yeah,
the beginning after the end
webtoon-
fans. If this is the final product I waited
Webtoon
for, I can only
anime
imagine the
are
first
generally
draft
just
of the
money
screenplay went
sinks.
something along the lines of,
in the beginning, in the beginning, yeah, in the beginning, yeah, in the beginning.
well, now that Gura is graduating, there's got to be some way to get weebs into baseball, and what better way than a cute, smug anime girl who will tease you at every baseball game?
700円。
I'm suddenly uninterested. I know baseball is Japan's pastime and all, but I'm more of a football guy myself. Yeah, this one wasn't great. And then we get to Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman, another fantasy anime except the main character is an older guy now. Look, at least anime is self-aware enough now to know that the audience that grew up watching Sword Art Online 12 years ago are now no longer teenagers. But do they think we're so cheap, so unchanged from our younger selves that we'd fall for
Yeah,
the
but they're
same
not, like,
Power Fantasy
50.
show, except this time they just aged up the protagonist to be this really chill and mature guy who's actually super modest and trying to get by in life, unaware how powerful he is, but still never overestimating himself, preaching respect and self-improvement.
Oh my God.
Humbling
There's
cocky
so many of
teenagers
these
who end
anime.
up admiring him and listening to him, not because he has aura, but because he has wisdom and life experience. And fuck, I really like this one. But hey, we're not that old yet, guys. We're still hip with the kids. Hey, look, guys, chicken jockey. Keeping on theme with the amount of nostalgic shows, we got an anime that looks like it jumps right out of late 2000s visual novel adaptation.
Yeah,
Yes, if you couldn't
this
tell,
does
this is
kinda look
Key.
like it.
Yes, if you couldn't tell, this is Jun Maeda. Yes, if you couldn't tell, it's probably going to tear your heart to shreds, but the real question is, how is it going to stack up against... Birds! They got birds! But wait, where's the cage they're escaping from? Not even a single backflip? I changed my mind, guys. This is probably going to be ass. Next up, Gundam G-Quax.
なんて読むんだ
We figured it out.
Gundam.
G-Quax?
G-Quax
Gigguk?
Quax.
Gundam?
G-Quax.
Yeah, let's go with that. Now, this is the highest profile new Gundam series.
They
written
said it
so
in the
far.
show,
While
man.
I've seen my fair share of Gundams, my editor, who is an OG Gundam fan and far better equipped to talk about this than me, has given me his statement he would like me to read on whether you should be watching this or not. From a true Gundam fan. Mobile Suit Gundam G-Quax is a collaborative production from Sunrise and Studio Kara. The project marks the first
Gigguk
creative
is valid.
work
Oh my
Hideaki
God.
Anno has contributed to the franchise since Char's counterattack in 1980. Oh my god! It's got girls! Cute girls! Set in an alternative Universal Century timeline, G-Quax presents a scenario in which Char Aznavour joins the Xeon raid on Side 7 in 0079.
Oh,
A
it's-
setting like
it's an
this
AU,
runs
then I
the
don't need to
risk
care.
of alienating new fans in the same way UC itself does, but also for the UC purists that don't like the change. They're playing the guitar together. Look at that, that's so cute. Oh god, they're adorable. I actually feel as though in diverging so heavily from the original story, it may make it easier for new fans to pick up without prior context.
Yes.
And as for myself,
I am
I'm thoroughly
literally watching
enjoying
it with no
G-Quax,
context.
But I do find myself having many issues with most of the mechanical designs as they and now they're sleeping with each other. This is peak. This is peak anime right here. We've done it, guys. We've exhausted all other isekai ideas.
It
but there's
is a
only
really
one
good
place left
show
it
so
could
far.
possibly
I really
go.
like it.
Space!
Remember when I said the amount of isekai that start by death from overwork was getting a little depressing? Well, how about this? We got another overworked salaryman. Okay, nothing new to see here, but this time he has a family and he finds out his wife is cheating on him. But wait, that's not all. Turns out his daughter is not actually his real daughter.
Oh my
And if his name
God.
wasn't bad enough already, he gets framed for embezzling money from his company. His wife tells him he's pathetic, his daughter tells him she doesn't love him, gets fired, divorced, loses custody, is forced
Oh
to
my
pay child
God.
support and the 50 million yen he got framed for embezzling, and then, after all this, he gets cancer.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh man, we didn't know how good we had it when Truckun was about. What's the name of this anime? Can a boy-girl friendship
I need a moment to digest all of that. Oh my God. Yeah, I think I'd rather die of the overwork or Truck-kun. Bro's gacha luck is crap. No, I bet his gacha luck is real good to make up for his bad life luck. You know, if he had money to gamble, I think he should do it. Hi Mizu. I mean, what's he got to lose at this point, right? What's he got to lose? Is there an echo? Oh my gosh, was there an echo this whole time? Cappy didn't even mention it. It's fine. It's because I had desktop audio on because we were playing Love in Deep Space yesterday. But okay, this one I am watching. This one's really good. I like it. Blue-haired, best friend, childhood friend character may have a shot, you guys. And that's all I care about.
Ships survive.
No.
This one's an interesting concept. On her 17th birthday, an apprentice witch gets told she is cursed and has a year left to live. That is, unless she is able to
I hear this
collect
one is good, but I haven't
1,000
watched
tears
it.
of joy from people, which will not only
And I don't
save
think
her
I'm going
life,
to.
but
I think I'd
also
rather watch
grant
To Be
her
Hero X.
immortality. And so she goes on a personal journey to help strangers and bring some genuine happiness to people's lives. Damn, isn't this nice? Isn't this a feel-good series? No. Small brain. Amateur shit. Let's break this down. You need to average at least 2.7 tears per day or you are going to die. That is multiple tears per day. Going around solving random people's problems is probably the dumbest fucking thing you can do in this situation. Think, girl, think.
She's
You
gotta
can
do
maybe
something
focus on
big.
just one person at a time. Each problem can take maybe days or even more to solve, and at the end of it all, you don't even have a guaranteed success rate if the fucker doesn't want to cry. So, here's how a pro does it. Step 1. Get an apartment right next to a hospital. Extra points for
Oh
a
my
hospital
God.
that specializes in life-saving surgeries or delivering newborns. This will give you a way to passively farm that shit when you got nothing going on. Step 2.
He's
Become
right.
a wedding officiant. Weddings are just prime farming spots for people crying out of tears of joy, and being an officiant means you only have to commit an hour while possibly hitting up multiple weddings a day. Even if it's not the most emotional wedding, you should have at least an 80% success rate on the bride, groom, and
He's
their
right,
parents.
yeah.
But if that still sounds like too much work,
Oh, that's
don't
cute.
worry. We have the nuclear option. Are you
Wait,
ready?
guys, wait. Let's go back. Just because I think it was cute.
To commit an
He's got his
hour
own
while
wedding
possibly
picture in
hitting
here.
up multiple weddings a day. Even if it's not the most emotional wedding, you should have at least an 80% success rate on the bride,
That's cute. Aww. He and Sydney are adorable.
groom, and their parents. But if that still sounds like too much work, don't worry. We have the nuclear option. Are you ready? Attend one single Taylor Swift concert and you will reach your cap in a single song with tears to spare. I swear
know
to
what?
God.
He's really
you will
right.
be thanking white women for the rest of the
He's
immortal
really
life
right.
you will now live. But no, ooh, make this grandma cry. So happy. And finally, coming from the king
Oh, no.
of trashy romance anime is the Shiunji family
I did watch the first couple episodes of this and I actually dropped it because, well, you'll see.
children. From the same mind that gave us Rent-A-Girlfriend, this is an anime that's a harem romance series about a dude and his 4 stepsisters, 1 blood sister, and a younger brother. And I'm sure hearing this summary, you may laugh, you may snicker to yourself, but I am here in awe, witnessing a man of true talent. Because a project like this is one of pure dedication and determination from a person with something to prove. We can all learn something from Shuinji family. It is infinitely harder to create than to judge. But if you're gonna do something, if you're gonna do anything, what's the point of doing it if you're not going to try to be the best? Even if you're the best at being the worst. If one man's trash is another man's treasure, then
Oh my
this man
God.
can turn a trash can into a fully operational waste disposal
Gigguk,
center.
please.
Because even if you think you've
course
reached
he
your
likes
full
it.
potential, be that person who can dig deep and know they have more to give. Who can look at his work
What
on
is this
Rent-A-Girlfriend and
imagery?
say, no, we must go lower. Who can look at the amount of sisters in Domestic Girlfriend and say, nay, we must go higher. 1 sister, 2 sisters, how about 5 and a younger brother, because we are not in the end game yet.
No. It really sucks because I thought younger brother route was an option and that's why I was going to watch this and he's not. He's not. And so I'm sorry. It does not live up to my standards because you know what? If they were shooting for the top, if they gave us the brother route, I would be there. But they're not.
There is always a higher summit to climb. So, just remember, family always comes first. Just as long as you don't come in family. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you very much this month to Author Curtis Eckstein, Basil, D's Nuts, Dysfunctional Degenerates, Flabberwocky, Jonathick, Mike 808,
Wasted
Misaka
potential. I
12315,
know, right?
Pain
Right.
Patchett, Pony Stark, Shouting
Brother
Zombie,
Route would have
Autodice
been
DT,
so
and everyone else on
good.
Patreon for helping to support me for this month and making this video possible. Yep, that was the spring anime season, so I hope nothing I said today ages horribly, because there is a chance that maybe nothing in this season will pop off, or maybe everything will.
I've been enjoying a lot of it,
because,
but
it's going to be hit or miss for a lot of these shows. But
What?
that doesn't mean I'm gonna have any more time
Not
than
the
I
sequels.
usually do. Oh my god. Anyway, though, that's
sequels
it
are
from
great
me
so far.
for today. I've been Gigguk, and I'll see you all next time.
so yeah, that was the spring anime 2025 in a nutshell. I'm so sorry for doubled audio at the beginning. That will suck, but I'm not going to re-record all this. The whole point of a reaction is you see it go kind of the first time, you know? Watch Shoshimin.